So, my name is Sundaiklove, I'm from California, and I have successfully purchased, renovated, furnished, and listed my first rental property in Japan. Operating a rental as a foreigner in Japan is definitely a unique situation. However, I happen to have 3 friends who have also gone through the same experience. I get tons of questions, and I know there are a lot of you that want to buy a property in Japan or rent one out. So today we're going to be touring one of my friend's newly renovated properties in Tokyo and also getting some helpful tips on buying, renovating, and renting out properties in Japan from 3 foreigners who have gone through the entire process. Alright, we are doing something fun today. I'm headed to a friend of mine's. His name is Anton. I know I showed his book on my channel before, but he recently bought and renovated a house in Tokyo, and then he did it again. I was like, okay, I'm coming to see the second house, right? Literally in between that time, he has bought another house in Chiba that he's gonna renovate. So yeah, I thought it'd be cool to go over there and check it out. Also, who else has bought and renovated houses on YouTube in Japan? SHARLA! We all know each other, so SHARLA and USHKA. USHKA is the one that runs the Neko Inn, their property that they bought and renovated in Tokyo, and it's like cat themed. It's freaking amazing. So yeah, we're all gonna meet up at Anton's. Oh, I asked you guys over on Instagram if you had any questions that you might want me to ask them. I'm just packing up these little gift bags. I got them some just random like a housewarming type of thing. Sleep masks that like warm up and some candles, and then I also have like some snacks and goodies and stuff that I'm gonna put in here later. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. So let me pack up these bags and get ready to go. Made it. I love how it's black and I'm wearing all black. I don't know how I didn't plan this, but we're at Anton's second property in Shinjuku. This is such a good location. Oh my god, it's sick because he did a lot of the stuff himself, so he's just like walking us through everything that he did, and I'm getting a lot of good ideas. Like, why did I not think of an iPhone charging station? And he has a dishwasher. Okay, but look at this. Like, that is so freaking cute. Yeah. Are you expecting Amazon?
Should we bring it in for him?
It's a package.
The Instagram.
It's so good to see the light because we were gonna get the same light, but everyone voted for a different one, and now I'm like so mad. I wish I got this one.
You can always change it.
Right? Ooh.
We have some. It's not super bright, but there's nothing like shadowing here.
So did you make these like custom because?
This one's custom.
Yeah.
This one was used by my local lumber as a barbecue. Hello ladies, do something fun. Oh, yeah, I started like a Google Map document. Just like put stars in the area of like cool things.
Yeah.
And then like eventually we can share one, really. Like we make one and then we put our own like things. And then just send over. Yeah.
I literally wrote my book. Having these crazy dreams and trying to bring them to life can be scary. Now, add on doing it alone in a foreign country, in a foreign language, and you have a nightmare. But one thing I've learned in life is that it is actually not that scary once you get started, and it is always worth it in the end. Doing all of this by myself, it was so nice to speak to others who were in a very similar, unique situation as me. We discussed all kind of things from construction to bookings. It was very insightful hearing how everyone brought their vision to life. A big part of all of our processes challenges was the website. Everyone was actually using a different platform, but one thing that was very clear was having a good website in this day and age is crucial. And if you have something that you'd like to create, I'd like to quickly thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Squarespace. It is an all-in-one platform you can use to build all kinds of stuff. Like a full-on invoicing system, you can make projects, plans, and proposals all in the same space. It's the perfect platform for your online business, or if you want to create a blog, you can do that too. They have Squarespace AI that can help you write, and I just love their beautiful customizable templates that you can use if you're not really into design. So if you're interested, go to squarespace.com and sign up for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Sundaiklove. You can save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video.
So we carried it in a blanket. It's about 100 kilos. And then we had to cut it flat on the backside.
Oh.
So the important thing with staircases is that like each step needs to be the same. So we had to pick a stone that was like just a little bit like longer than the distance between the steps.
That's so cool.
A little bit of bond, a little bit of glue behind it. Like, just as this, it's 100 kilos.
Probably wouldn't move
like no one's gonna be able to move it
anywhere. Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
It smells like.
Ooh.
It smells really nice up here.
Oh, there's another little patio.
How fancy is this?
Yeah, we have the high ceiling here as well, and some cool lamps. That's a really nice one.
I love that and the color. I love this. Wow.
Oh, look, it's the one. Oh, nice.
Oh, do you guys have a design?
We've got the same, I think, but I'm not sure if we've got that. We've definitely got like a bonsai-looking tree.
Yeah. Just grab a couple like single futons and put them in the cupboard, and you could do 2 more people in the living room.
That is so smart. Because I have a whole tatami room that's empty.
Bedroom. Yeah,
It's empty. There's nothing in
Use
it.
it.
Yeah, I didn't think of
People are
that.
just going to put them out for sleeping, then they'll put them away during the day, and they've still got all that space.
That is really smart.
Legally, we can have up to 8.
But no, you could definitely squeeze in at least 2 more.
I'm definitely gonna up that. I put 2 people and there's like a whole tatami room that has no beds in it. It has nothing in it but a ladder. I'm like,
Yeah, use that.
Ours we did 5.
Oh, I'm upping it.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
people. So these are 2, but they're just singles, right?
Yeah.
So single beds, but all us like Westerners, like I've seen some crazy shit, like people lining them up and having like 5 of them because they're not used to it.
Yeah, because they're too thin.
Oh, yeah.
So I have extra ones here as well.
Oh, that's
If they
nice.
need it, I just haven't had the occasion to use it just yet.
Yeah,
Or the blow-up beds as well.
Yeah.
Those suck. They'll pop like the same day.
I have a good hiking one, so
they're super
I got them for my family and all of them popped.
Oh my god.
They're like, Sunday, I'm on the floor. I'm like, why are you on the floor? And like, you hear them in the middle of the night, like, I'm like, are you redoing it again? They're like, it just went off.
I had a heater next to one of mine one time, and it got kind of like a tumor kind of.
And what's cool with it is that
Depending on the person doing it, the gutter gets different.
Yeah,
So
like,
this,
what?
like stone or something.
this is me, and it's not really well done, but that's my carpenter.
But it looks like an accent, like you did it on purpose there.
Yeah, it does. Look like you did it
It was on purpose.
Wait, why are you so tall? It made me look.
I'm not tall.
I just have good posture.
I was like, wait a minute, I feel really small right now.
I also felt like this is my fastest renovation so far. It took about 5 months.
You did this so fast.
This was really quick.
What do you mean you're done?
But like it also made me like super focused on it. Like if you do it for too long, you kind of get bored of it too.
Yeah, but that's so cool you do it yourself. Like, I thought I was gonna do it myself, and I got in there, I was like,
But I saw you were smacking down some walls.
I was like, I can tear things off, yeah, sure, I can like break it, but like, I really thought I was gonna be renovating stuff.
It would
I've
be
done
fun
stuff.
if you had like unlimited time and you didn't have to.
Yeah.
Like, everything was so heavy, I'm like, I'm over this.
And then it's so much faster. I mean, for us, it was so much faster just to hire people who knew what they were doing. Because we don't know what we're doing.
So now we're gonna answer some questions, and I think it is so cool how everyone is from a different country, so you'll be getting a broad range of viewpoints. Cool, so we are here at
Nakano House, Central Tokyo. You! Thank you for coming Sunday. Thank you, USHKAS and SHARLA as well.
Alright, first question. Your favorite part about renovating?
I think like when you first are looking at the house and it looks like crap and everybody tells you no, you shouldn't get that place, but you can just imagine how it'll look once you get it all finished. I think that's the most exciting.
Totally agree. Yeah, when no one else believes in your
Yeah.
vision, and then you like make that
Like, oh,
vision
don't
into
worry.
reality. Yeah, totally.
Like, I told you so.
And then half a year later, like,
Yeah, right. Half a year.
Yes.
It took a while.
There's always a moment like 2/3 in where you kind of start to think, is this a good idea?
When you run out of money, you run out of time, like you run out of sleep, everything. Right?
Alright, worst part of renovating.
Termites.
I was just gonna say this.
Termites.
Bloody termites.
I had the same problem, but like it was fine.
I just felt sick when we saw them. When we knew they were there, it was like what can we do? But like what can you do? You just have to keep going forward.
You had live termites or you had traces of termites?
Well, there was one live termite in there. It's
Yeah, one.
No.
That's terrifying.
So we had a guy come in and put a whole bunch of like plugs into the dirt around the house.
Yeah.
And then he like put holes in the walls and injected in a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, I didn't have to do all that.
We
Mine
got like
was
this
dead.
fancy certificate
That's
saying we're good for like
yeah.
10 years or something.
When we removed all the floor, like there was one pillar that I wanted to remove anyway, but when I was starting to like inspect it, we had this like kind of like dirt road. It's called gido in Japanese. So they hide, they don't have sunlight. And when I removed it, like they were up in the ceiling, they were everywhere.
Okay, that's fear.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
That's fear.
And the moment I found them as well, it's just such a shock. to me,
Yeah, it's
like,
really
okay. I thought I had it under control, but then you see that and you're like, okay, I might do that.
And this guy's like, all this wood, here's some food.
But there's some wood they like, and then there's some wood they don't like.
Oh, good to know.
Like, the better the wood, the harder they.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because it's hard, maybe.
Because ours was so eaten.
Yeah.
He just like picked up a piece of wood and just pulled it out.
So like replace and treat the
Yeah,
wood.
watch. Softer than a Kit Kat.
That's definitely the worst part.
She's like,
It's
we're in
just
this
because it
trauma.
was such a surprise and we didn't expect it because we had the house examined before we bought it.
Oh, did you?
In the
I
comments,
skipped
everyone
it.
was like, didn't you
I've
get it
never done
looked
that
at?
either.
But I guess they can't look into the walls, so you don't really know until you're taking down the walls and you've
that
like
was one
already
thing.
bought the place.
Like you can usually tell like around like the mizumawari where
When it's
there's
wet.
water.
Yeah.
And that's where they come. So if you have a water leak or close to the kitchen, that's like in an old Japanese house, you'll find it no matter like how good you take care of it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, mine were in the kitchen window and right
Yeah.
outside of the bathroom door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I did
That's
not
where
know
it is.
that.
Wet.
And you can feel it like when you like.
Yeah, it was like walking.
Local banks will also give you money for investing in making
Oh,
their
in the
own.
area.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, actually we qualified for the Kyoto one for so many different things, but they just
Really?
took too long.
Yeah.
So you have to wait for them, and I was like, oh, I don't want to wait. But yeah, they had a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes like half a year.
Yeah, so
and
I
you
go
wanna
to the
wait.
roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roof,
They
windows.
come, they're like, oh,
Yeah,
thank
stuff
God
like
you're
that.
fixing this old piece of trash up. Like, here's the money, but you can't start until they give you the loan, and they won't pay you back.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not waiting for this.
Yeah, are you waiting 6 months extra to
Yeah,
finish the
yeah,
house?
yeah. For one
Or
thing.
You could have
Yeah.
guests in the house for 6 months.
What kind of advice would you give somebody who wants to like buy and renovate a house?
Ooh, I think getting the house checked out beforehand by somebody is so important because Yushka and I had found a place before we bought Neko Neko home. We had found another one that we liked, and then we had the renovations team come in and they looked at it and they were like, oh, it's slanted. You don't want that because it's gonna keep slanting and it could like get really bad. Not earthquake safe and just a bit dangerous. And like we wouldn't have noticed that. It was so slight that you wouldn't really notice as a regular person. So yeah, I think bringing somebody in to inspect it and check all the structural stuff beforehand is so important because we could have gotten that fixed, but it would have been what, 20 grand?
Yeah.
Or something. They would have had
it's
to
very
redo the
expensive.
foundation.
All the windows are then. We couldn't
couldn't
replace all the
close
windows.
properly.
Right? And
Yeah.
then if you want to do double glazing, you would have to.
Yeah.
tell on a house if it's slanting or not just by opening or closing the door.
Like, yeah, if it's smooth or not, right?
I'm learning so much today.
I believe that like rather than the house, I think the area is more important. From my channel, like I see that a lot of people are interested in buying, and just because they see a beautiful house cheap,
Yeah, cheap houses,
they they want to buy it.
And
And
the
I'm like,
butt crack of
I'll-
Ibaraki. I'm like,
I would never buy a house on the other side of the world just
all-
because it's cheap, you
Yeah.
know? So like if you buy into the area more than you buying the house really.
Yeah.
And to renovate it, like you spend 6, 7, 8 months into renovating it, you gotta enjoy like the area you're in. And like whether or not it's slanting or not, like I think if you like the area and if you like the house, if you like the vibe, like you will make it work instead of like renovating a house up in Aomori for 8 months where you don't enjoy life.
Every day my mom sends me homes from Wakayama. I'm like, I'm not going because she doesn't know anything, right? And she's like, look at this giant cheap house out there. I'm like, do you know where that is?
There's beautiful houses.
They're so
huge.
They're
too.
tempting, but you just know that one, nobody's gonna want to rent out of there.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
you're not gonna be excited about it because how can you promote that to somebody? Like, yeah, it's way out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Nearest
Not much
convenience
to
like a
do.
boat.
And there has been a few times where, like, doing IT support. Internet's down, TV doesn't work.
Yeah, I think you need to think of it as somewhere that you would like to live.
Yeah.
Don't think about it as I'm just going to get it and renovate it and rent it out to people. If it comes down to it, would you live there? And I think that's really important. It's the same as like getting to know the area. If you like the area, if you think it's somewhere you could live happily, that's a good choice. Our place, Neko Neko Home, we chose basically because our favourite sushi place is nearby.
The neighborhood is just so good.
So we were there pretty often eating sushi,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, there's a house available in the area.
So that is it for this video. I hope you guys found it useful. If you're looking for a place to stay around Tokyo, definitely check out their properties. I'm gonna have everything linked down below, and if you're looking for a place to stay in Kyoto, definitely go check out my property, the Blue Bamboo. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.